Jake, obviously a very competitive ball game, and it seemed like there was really no quit in the team tonight. There's been some games got a little extended at times that you guys were chasing the game tonight. It felt like you were in it to the very end.
Yeah, it was a good vibe tonight. We just wanted some competitive starts where we can keep the game close, and obviously those guys in the bump, they're trying their hardest to do so, but I thought Lowe was really, really good tonight. He gave us how many? He gave us 5 really, really good innings, and then Colby came in and did a great job, to keep that game where we needed to keep it. And with our offense, when our offense gets going, they can do some things. They can find a way to score runs in all sorts of ways. So I felt good about where we were, and they're going to keep fighting. Everybody's going to keep fighting. But the offense, they'll compete no matter what. And, that was an awesome at-bat by Slade Alford in the 9th there to keep that thing going. And we got Hunter Hines up, and I wouldn't rather have anybody else up there besides Hunter. So it's just, he didn't get it done. That's baseball. I wish he would have. I'm sure he does too. But we're going to come out tomorrow and get after him.
Just couldn't string together the big hits. When it seemed like y'all had guys on bases all game. But what did you kind of see from the offense in that regard with runners in scoring position and just getting the big hits?
Yeah, probably pressing a little bit at times, but tip your hat to them. Those guys can really pitch. I like all their starters. They're very competitive with power stuff, and they fill the zone up. They come right at you with the fastball, and we like the fastball, but when they attack like that, it's a sign of a really impressive staff. And then their bullpen arms are really impressive with power, and 2 or 3 secondary pitches they throw for strikes, and some really good changeups. So those guys are good for a reason. Their record is what it is for a reason. I thought that game was obviously very winnable tonight. I wish we could have come through there late, but I'm just proud of the kids for the way they got after it and the way they fought. So we're going to keep doing.
I want to say it was the 6th inning. Y'all get a couple of hits, and then Dakota Jordan gets thrown out at second base. Did you feel like that kind of took a little momentum away from y'all?
Yeah, and that's nothing against DJ. He's just trying to be aggressive and find a way to win a ball game. But in that situation right there, we probably need to be a little bit smarter and not try to run there.
Can you take us through that sequence there, what ended up leading to Chris getting ejected?
Well, I probably should stay away from that one. I think everybody watched the game and saw what happened, and obviously there was a big swing there after it. So everybody was pretty fired up. Emotions were high. We're trying to win a ball game, man. We're trying to win a ball game, and these kids are fighting for their life. And it's a great group of kids, and they're working like crazy. And you just want that one really, really bad for them. So I think that's what you saw from Coach Lim.
Seemed like there was a time you kind of had them on the ropes a little bit, and rather than sit soft, you guys want to hunt the fastball, but it seemed like they were really starting to spot up some changeups. They got Ledbetter to pop up on his front foot, and they got Hines to swing over a couple breaking balls there. Those in-game changes, kind of the scouting and stuff you pick up, I mean, how quickly do you have to get those guys up to speed before an at-bat when there's a pitching change?
So we're super prepared coming into the game in regards to my little scouting report here, right? So we have a plan for every guy. Number one, that was Veach, the right-hander with the changeup. He's really, really good. He throws 95 miles an hour, but he has one of the better changeups in college baseball, and he throws a ton of changeups, and so usually we're jumping on the fastball. We do that well. In that case right there, he throws his changeup, usually throws it for strikes, and it's what he throws most to lefties. So we had guys moving up in the box to try to catch that thing a little bit higher, try to stay in your legs, stay under it, stay through it. But just, he's good. He was good, and he got the best of us.
You guys have any idea of how you want to go with the pitching tomorrow?
You know what? I'm the hitting guy, so I don't know. But I'm sure as soon as we figure it out, you guys will know. But I don't know what we're doing yet.
Because how much does it help, though, only having to use 2 guys today?
Well, it was huge. It was a huge lift. Like I said, those guys were gutsy tonight, and the fact that Colby stayed in there in the 9th and allowed us to finish that half and not to bring somebody else out of the pen was huge for our staff tomorrow and obviously on Saturday.
Obviously, I don't want you to talk at all about the circumstances behind the ejection, but as a former player and an assistant coach, what does it do for you to see your skipper out there fighting for you and even going as far as getting tossed in the ball game? What kind of emotional impact does that have on your team?
A lot of times, it just so happens it fires up the club, and I think managers or head coaches, I think everybody knows that. But these kids are super close to Coach Lim. He's a player's coach, and he's fighting just as hard as they are. We're all fighting together. And so it was a huge spot in the game, an enormous spot in the game. And unfortunately, you saw what happened there. And so emotions are high, and he's fighting for his guys. But the vibe did get better. Not that it was bad, guys just started to get really fired up and really, really into the ball game at that time. And I thought something special was about to happen. And like I said, with Hines up there late, I could just kind of feel it. It reminded me of the Alabama series last year, where he hit the homer, I think, in the 8th or the 9th, whatever it was. But it didn't happen. We're going to come out tomorrow, though, and we're going to get after him again.
I know you're the hitting guy, but Gerangelo made some really big pitches with guys in scoring position. A lot of it self-inflicted, but I mean, made really good clutch pitches. Just kind of what did you see from him, and that boost of keeping you in games even when they have a bunch of guys on bases?
It was pretty gutsy, and obviously Lowe is a freshman, but he's super talented. But the really cool thing about Lowe is he's right here all the time. He's never too high, never too low. So there's never really a moment that's too big for him. And he showed a lot of heart and a lot of fight tonight. And that's just been the message, man, just fighting, showing a lot of heart, just keep going no matter the situation. We know it's tough right now. But those guys on the bump, they're giving us their best bolt. And tonight, he obviously helped us tremendously to stay close, stay in that ball game, and have a chance to win it.
I hate to ask you another pitching question, but was there a reason Lowe didn't go left tonight?
You know what? I don't really know. Obviously, over the year, he'll have a lefty, and all of a sudden he'll throw right-handed. So as the hitting guy, I'm not really sure what he does or what the method to his madness is. Sometimes he just feels better from one side than the other. I don't think it's anything crazy or anything serious. I think it's just where he had comfort tonight.
Is there kind of a key to keeping the team up in a stretch like this? I mean, I'm sure y'all are all aware of kind of the skid that y'all are on. Just how does the team stay up and get ready to go back out there tomorrow?
Coach Lim, we watch a lot of inspirational documentaries, whatever it may be. One of my favorite ones we watched all of them. We watched MJ's, we watched Kobe's, we watched Tom Brady's. And the one thing from Tom Brady that Tom Brady says is there's no such thing as bad. As long as you can learn from the bad, you can always turn the bad into a positive, And so if these guys weren't trying, if they weren't working, if they weren't a wonderful group of kids, it'd be a different story, But these guys are all in, and they're getting after it, and they're fighting. So that's the message. Like tonight, they weren't trying to lose that ball game. They weren't trying to screw it up here or there. They're giving everything they have. And so we learn from our mistakes tonight, and tomorrow we come out and we try to fight again. There's really nothing else to do, right? There's no other option. But there's really no such thing as bad if you can learn from it. It might be bad play at times, we know that, but you just got to stay positive, keep coaching them because they want to get better, they want to work, they want to win.
Is there any update you guys can provide on Bryce Chance?
I don't think it's anything crazy. I know he was sore, and so we gave him the night. I'm not sure where it's at right now.
I may be wrong on this, but before the game, when Lim ran to the huddle, he got a big cheer from the players. Have you sensed that the players are kind of rallying around him a little bit lately, or what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's lately. I think it's all the time. Like I said, there's a real bond in regards to player-coach relationships with him and the boys. And he's fired up every day. He comes to work fired up. He's trying to get these boys fired up, and they know Coach Lim has their back, and vice versa. And so when times get tough, you got to be tough. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're all trying to be tough, and we're trying to stay positive and be energetic. And so he came out. I don't know. I think he had a recent hamstring or something, so he used to always run out there, but he hadn't been able to run lately. But today he got a jog out there, so the guys looked up and they got pretty fired up about that. Kind of set the tone from the beginning.
Colton, obviously, very competitive ball game. Didn't go your way, but what would you say maybe about the character of this team and the fight they showed tonight?
Man, we're a really tough team, and we got a much higher ceiling than we display right now. And we'll definitely come over this and beat it.
Coach Go was just talking about it a little bit. I mean, how much does that kind of fire you guys up as players? When Coach Lemonis goes out there and obviously gets ejected, but he's kind of backing you guys up there, trying to get things to swing your way. How much does that fire you guys up as players?
Yeah, it definitely does. Just fighting for our coach, so puts a little fire under our butts.
First home run that I guess Ricks has given up this year came to you in like 20-something innings. Take us through the at-bat. What were first pitch home run there, but what were you expecting there? What'd you get?
I was just looking for something down the middle, and he ended up throwing it there, and I squared it up, having to go out. So.
You had the day off defensively. Any reason for that?
So in practice the other day, I got hit in the face with a line drive. So we're just taking it day by day right now, but it's good. I don't got an egg on my face anymore, so it's getting a little better.
Back to the ninth. I mean, talking about the fight and the determination of this group. I mean, you know, that's a one hopper to short, and you beat it out there. I mean, you know, obviously it says a lot about your competitiveness, but off the bat there, a lot of people would have said, okay, well, that's the ball game. But what's your mentality there?
Just giving our guys another chance because I have the utmost confidence in our guys. Just keep passing the bat around. Just gives us a better shot at it.
Did you feel like maybe something special was about to happen when you beat it out?
I did.
Force coming up there?
I did, yes sir. Yes sir.
Obviously, Hunter's the type of guy that, you know, wants to come through there at the end. I mean, is he a guy that you have to say anything to after an at-bat like that, or does he kind of just rebound on his own and come back tomorrow?
He just rebounds on his own. He's such a good hitter. Just let him do his own thing. So.
We talked to here about a week ago about you working backside a little bit more, and it seems like every game you're dumping something into left field there. As a result, are you seeing teams maybe respecting you a little bit more and pitching you a little bit different as a result?
I think so, yes sir. They actually started to come in a little bit tonight. I guess to combat a little bit of that. But yeah.
I mean, y'all have lost 7 straight to start the SEC play, but did you feel like y'all kind of took a step forward tonight with the way that y'all competed and the opportunities that you had in place to win this game?
Yeah, no doubt. We've been taking steps forward every day, learning from our mistakes, and just, you know, correcting the small things. So.
I know you're a defensive guy, but to see 2 guys go out there and shove as hard as Durangelo and Colby did, what does that do for the defense? And not to mention saving arms for the rest of the weekend.
Well, like you said, yeah, it saves arms for us, and just makes guys more relaxed out there, knowing that you got guys out there that's going to shove and get guys out.